This is a brief overview of Chapter 7. Chapter 7's focus is migration and immigration. You may know somebody who is an immigrant to the United States. Perhaps you are an immigrant to the United States. Maybe you know no one who's immigrated to the United States. The fact is that most people living in the United States today have ancestors who were immigrants. The only people who really can say that their ancestors were not immigrants to the US are indigenous peoples whose ancestors lived on this continent before other groups of people came. So those would, of course, be Native peoples, the various Native tribes that we have in the United States, as well as many people who are of Mexican ancestry. Now, what does it mean to be an immigrant? Well, it means different things to different people. For some people, being an immigrant means something positive. For other people, it may mean something negative. The fact is, in the United States, there is a huge controversy over how the United States should handle undocumented immigrants to this country. And as you will study in this chapter, the answers are very complex. One of the things that I ask you to consider is a law that was passed in 1996 by then President, well, he signed it into law, but it was passed by Congress in 1996. That law changed the way immigration works in the United States. And so as you study this chapter, I want you to think about what it might be like for you if you had to leave the United States for some reason. There are push factors, there are pull factors in immigration. Push factors are factors that tend to push people toward moving or leaving their country. These typically are things such as war, extreme poverty, political or religious persecution. Sometimes people go to another country, immigrate to another country, because they believe that the opportunities there will be better for themselves and possibly their children, if they have some, or any children they might have in the future. And so, as you study this chapter, I hope that you think about somebody that you know who is an immigrant, whether legal or undocumented, or yourself if you are an immigrant to this country. I want you to think about how difficult the choice to leave your home is for many people. It is not an easy decision. And I also hope that you consider how the United States might handle the social problem of undocumented immigration.